Your Excellencies, Heads of States and Government, Honourable Ministers, Heads and Representatives of UN agencies, international and regional organisations, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, greetings and kia ora. To the Government and the people of Mexico and Cancun, as our gracious host, I bring you special greetings from the Government and the people of the Cook Islands. Chair, since Sendai and the adoption of the Sendai framework, our global family have also agreed on actions to address climate change through the Paris Agreement. As a small islands developing state, the Cook Islands is pleased that both of these powerful instruments are aligned to the Samoa pathway adopted in 2014, as well as the 2030 Agenda for Development and its 17 goals associated targets in building resilience for all countries and communities. In Sendai, we explained how in 2005 the Cook Islands suffered the onslaught of 5 Category 4 cyclones in the space of 1 month. Again in 2010, on one of the outer islands, Aitutaki, Tropical Cyclone Pat caused damage to more than 80% of our infrastructure. Our experience is clear evidence that the devastation of one or more events has astronomical impacts on a small and vulnerable developing island states. The destruction caused by both physical surroundings and emotional suffering catalyzed change in our approach to disaster risk reduction and management. In Sendai, we boasted improving our national institution arrangements for coordination, response and recovery, formalized in legislation under the auspice of the Office of the Prime Minister. In 2015, we have built on previous efforts in our current National Sustainable Development Plan 2016-2017, mainstream resilience in our 16 goals, as well as having designated goal to strengthen resilience to combat the impacts of climate change and natural disasters. In 2015, we shared how we established in 2011 the Disaster Response Trust Fund, designated for immediate response in times of disaster. To complement this, we participated in the Pacific Catastrophe Insurance Program with the World Bank. We are pleased to confirm that the Cook Islands, because of its robust system and laws, will now host the Pacific Catastrophe Risk Insurance for our Pacific region, which will be operational this year. Furthermore, in Sendai, we outlined how we have integrated disaster risk reduction and climate change, including prioritization of these elements as key criteria for ensuring that we build better. In Sendai, we admitted our shortcomings, such as reflecting on our current and anticipated disaster risk reduction needs, strengthening coordination, having greater transparency and dissemination of information to our communities, and most importantly, incorporating the human side of disasters far more educatedly, with particular attention on gender relations, the young and the aged, and persons with disabilities. We are pleased that we are addressing these issues through establishing a new building code, strengthening our coordination and planning, improving our early warning systems on all islands, scattered over 2 million square kilometres of ocean, and making information more accessible through our Emergency Management Cook Islands geoportal. Despite our gains, we acknowledge that we cannot do this alone and call for fulfilment of the intents of the Sendai framework to strengthen international cooperation and global partnerships, as also promoted by the Samoa pathway at the Paris Agreement. Chair, we have taken advantage of the opportunity presented in 2015, the opportunity to change the way we do business in disaster risk reduction and to practice disaster risk reduction the way it should be, as an integral part of sustainable development with linkages to all aspects of development, including climate change. It is our hope that we as a global family will continue to work on actions to minimize fragmentation, enhance cohesion, streamline modalities of delivery of disaster risk reduction, simplify access to international finance, consolidate monitoring, evaluate and reporting to ensure that all peoples all over the world, and particularly those like ourselves who are most vulnerable, can have confidence that their resilience is guaranteed. Thank you, Chair.